You're about to listen to the award-winning Stuart Pedasso Show. This show is for biologically and emotionally mature audiences. If you should not be here, please go away. We'll still be here when you're mature enough to partake. Mwah!
Hey everyone.
Hi.
Welcome to the Stuart Pedasso Show. I'm Dave.
And I am Melissa.
And
And we have beer.
well, yeah, sure.
Well, we always have beer.
Just
We have Genesee beer.
like,
Red Eye.
like usual.
Yeah.
Is
People who
it-
live here know Red Eye.
It's local and it's
Relatively inexpensive.
and it's okay
fine.
beer.
It's fine.
It's fine beer.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's not a struggle to drink it.
Right.
Right.
Well, we do recall when we had the Keg Lines guys on, and they talked about how the Bach is actually like. Remember when we poured it out, and
Yeah,
they were
yeah.
like discussing like the different like
Yes.
beer things and stuff.
Well, I know we did that. I don't remember. It was a
I
long
know.
time ago and there's
It
been a
was a-
lot of beer.
Yeah, there's been a lot of beer since.
Yeah.
Then. So like learning that from them, that made me think like, wait a second. So our beer is actually yes, it is the local cheap beer, but it's actually like the standard is pretty good. It's
Yeah. Oh,
actually
yeah.
pretty good.
I
I feel like I'm just used to it. This is what I'm used to drinking, but
I found out like a month or so ago. I knew this and just forgot about it. I really thought that they were locally owned, but they're not anymore.
no,
I was a little bummed by that. But, that happens.
whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. They're brewing here.
Oh,
People
no,
are-
absolutely. Local
people are
people
still-
work.
people
Yeah,
work
absolutely.
there.
No question.
Yep.
I know at some point they were locally owned, I guess, to stay afloat in these times, in these capitalistic times. They had to sell out to a bigger company.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
Whatever.
Yeah.
We still like you, Jenny.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You're still our local heroes, and we love you.
So today I just came back, actually, from a baby shower. And it was,
It was babyish.
without mentioning any names, it was the son, the father is the son of a friend of Eve's. Eve went to school with somebody, and it's her son's baby. Right?
Gotcha.
And except for the baby mama, Eve and I were the only gringos in the whole place, which is cool.
Oh, that means the food was awesome.
Well, actually,
Unless they had it catered. And
it was at a place, and they made the place is a Spanish kind of place, and yet the food was very gringo as well. It was good, but I had the same reaction. It's
I know, I'm like, why can't
I'm thinking
I'm gonna have some good.
I'm thinking we're doing some rice and beans, maybe
Yeah,
with
like-
some plantain. No,
So like I'm guessing Puerto Rican.
Yes.
friends. Yeah. I'm like, oh yeah. I'm thinking like, oh, you're gonna get Puerto Rican food.
Nope.
Fuck yeah, man.
nope, chicken
man.
French, and
Very
rice,
Rochester.
rice with jasmine. Or
Which is still
cilantro,
delicious.
I meant
Which is still
cilantro.
yummy.
So what I said
right.
the
It's
food was
yummy,
good. It just
but,
was
like,
not
I was like, oh, where's my rice and beans?
potatoes and
It was white people food.
the regular green salad.
Maybe they were. You know what? Maybe they eat their own food all the time and they wanted some other food.
or not, whatever.
Whatever.
I was just
just
don't worry.
fine.
I'm getting some Thursday.
Yeah. So you're going to Puerto Rican Festivus.
Yeah, oh
Coming
man,
up.
next week because you're not going to be here.
I
Next
know.
Week.
I was just telling Dan about it. I was telling Dan about your fish obsession. That one fish that you get only once a year.
But yeah, so Thursday, even I'm going to go to the first night of the Puerto Rican festival.
I know. If I was going to be here, I
For
would
dinner.
go. I would go.
But it's a school night and it's a work night, so we won't stay for anything. I'm just going for dinner, and then
So you'll get. Is that the fish thing?
yeah, and then actually I talked to Carrie to see if she wanted to do the show, and I did have an ulterior motive, but she can't.
Okay.
She's grandchild. involved.
Grandchilding.
Yep. And so I don't know what that's going to happen now. And then Saturday, at my
Is
advanced.
it her family still that lives in Spain still here?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Maybe, but she's going to Buffalo
Oh, okay.
for the other
For the other
grandchild.
one. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
So I don't know if there'll be a show next week. We'll see. Yeah, I know. If it happens, it happens.
happens, it
Stay
happens.
tuned. But there's always old shows, and there's always StuartPedasso.com with the 24/7 radio station.
There's so much
Yep.
out there.
And if I was attentive, there'd be a lot more old shows on the Patreon. But
But you're a busy man.
Something I did. Oh, so was I done with the baby shower? Well, the baby shower was very nice.
So it was nice. It was
Yes,
lovely. So
it was-
okay, so friends of Eve's classmate.
Yes, from the high school.
That person's son and person
Mm-hmm.
were having a baby.
And that person who Eve went to school with is a friend of mine, and so our kids went to school together, and
Oh, that's cute.
so the mom.
That actually makes it even cute. Oh, that's right. I forget that she went to Soda.
Yeah.
I forget that Eve went to Soda.
So the mom is a really committed community person.
Awesome.
We'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
Again, I'm not mentioning any names.
Oh, that's cool. Love
Yeah.
it.
And so she's going around when she's introducing us, and she's like, and Dave's running for city council next year.
Oh, that was super nice of her.
Well, she knows the deal. She totally knows the deal.
Well, I mean, if she works. I mean, yeah, she does. I mean, if she works in that, she knows how that rolls.
Oh, absolutely.
Well,
No,
that's
it's
awesome.
totally-
That Well, I mean, if y'all are friends, she knows you're a
Yeah.
good person, but that's great for her community to know about that.
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
if more people in the Puerto Rican community know that, I know I'm a gringo, but I'm a good gringo. I swear
when-
to God,
when-
I care way a lot about you.
And when she was alive, her mom was really supportive the last time I ran.
Oh,
Even had a lawn sign, and she didn't even live in the district. Which was cool.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
so sweet, though.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
nice. That's so nice. I like nice people doing nice things.
So speaking of the Patreon, so here was another thing I had. So we're gonna be making shit up on the spot with the show. I don't have a lot of really long shit this week. It's all good. So
I could have kept talking about Puerto Rican food, just saying, because I can
All
talk
right.
about food all the time.
well,
so.
feel free. I mean, so I'm having rice and beans or rice and gandules and
Rice and what?
gandules.
Gandules.
They're like pigeon peas. They're called. Yeah, and then
Yummy.
and bacalao, which is
That's the
codfish smushed down and fried, and it's salty and greasy as hell and so bad for you.
So does it still have the bones in it? But it's so
No.
no.
No,
Oh,
no,
so
no.
it is. So it is without.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
wondering
yeah.
if it was.
To the best of
bones
my
or not.
knowledge, it doesn't have bones in it, but it's like it's pretty big and it's like greasy as fuck and it's heavy.
It's greasy and salty and fishy and.
And in my younger
and
days, I would
chunky.
just eat it, just no problem until it was gone. And the last couple times, I've gotten through half of it, and I'm like, whew, it's a lot of grease, man. I'm getting too old.
Yeah, I know. You get to a certain age,
Yeah.
you're like, you can't. That stuff just doesn't sit well. You're like, nope,
Yeah,
nope. We've had
so
enough.
still,
of that.
even the half, I'll be fine. I'm gonna see if Eve will eat half of mine, maybe, or something.
or see if they have like a slightly smaller piece.
It doesn't work that way.
Okay. Are they all pretty much huge?
Yeah,
big
they're all pretty much
okay.
huge,
Because I was
yeah.
gonna say, sometimes they have like a slightly
Nah.
smaller piece. And you go, oh,
Nah,
that's small.
they're all just fucking ass big, but they're good, and
Oh,
I'm gonna
man.
do it.
Man, I still have not had this delicious meal.
Maybe I won't eat all day. I'll just.
There you go.
Yeah.
I've done that.
But for me, I'll start getting headaches and dizzy. I can't do that.
Oh yeah, don't do that
Can't do
then.
that, so.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, the blood. I have done that, but I don't do that exactly. I don't do that much anymore because I get the
I talked to Michael
the sugar. The
to,
sugar goes
to the big cheese, and
The cheese.
he's not going at all this year. So
Oh, no
it's
cheese. No
like,
cheese
so
time.
I'm gonna go. Well, I'm gonna go.
Eric, is Eric gonna be around?
I doubt it. So hold that thought because I am
Okay.
going to see both of them soon.
Oh, good.
Well, sort of. And
Tell them both I love them and miss them.
I will.
Okay.
Yeah, so I won't be going to like see any of the bands or like I usually do or stuff like that. I'll
Right.
make a lap around
Oh,
and
so you won't see if is Karen's band playing?
I don't know. So that'll be cool because Saturday I'll be spending the day with both Michael and his brother Eric, who used to be on the show, helping their mother move.
I'm like somebody's moving before you even said it. Like somebody's moving.
Getting old, man. It's getting a little old for this, but I'm
that's what you do.
assured this is as the times we've moved each other, this is a light job.
I could see that being. You get older, and if you're in, you may
Well,
not
there's
have as
other
much
details
shit.
to it that's
Yeah.
not important,
Right,
but there's
right.
not a lot.
Just not as much shit to
Apparently,
do.
it's just mostly bedroom furniture, and that's about it.
Oh, okay, that's not too bad.
But
then.
that's what he says now. We're gonna get there, and then I was like, oh yeah, and then we have to go here and grab some of Eric's stuff, and I was like, okay, that's fine. I figured,
Whatever,
yeah,
we
yeah,
can
it's
do
good.
that. It's fine. It's
Man, I'm
fine.
getting old for this shit, so I'm gonna be. I might end up like doing stuff during the week just to get ready. Maybe hitting a little yoga again, doing something so I don't go in totally cold
Yeah.
on Saturday. Because
At least do some stretches.
yeah, some us old folk, man.
I know, like I would do some. I know, like we have to do stretches
Yeah.
before we move furniture. Like, yeah, we can't
Stretches
just.
before I
Like,
walk down the stairs.
I know, pretty much. Man, I was just thinking like how long it's been since I've seen either. Like, I don't know, probably. I don't know which one I've seen more recently, but either one of them. Just haven't seen either.
Michael and I, we had a few beers yesterday.
That's nice.
That's how I found out about the
Right.
moving and
Right.
all that jazz.
I'm just saying, I miss
Yeah.
them, and I definitely miss having Eric on the show. We used to have so much fun.
Well, you know what? The last time we saw each other, which was 2-3 years ago, that's been that long, I did say, dude, but I know he's super busy
I know he's
with things we don't have to talk about on the show.
right,
That's
right.
his
Well,
bit.
he's a parent. That's enough.
Yes.
Actually, that's all. That's really all it is, because when you have children, that's
and
busy.
It sounds like it's kind of close to him. He's just like a single dad. That's what it sounds like. Just saying.
He's such an awesome human.
So speaking of Patreon,
Eric, if you're hearing this, I know you're not, but you're an awesome guy.
So speaking of Patreon, by the way, if you want to help support us, like $1 a month, you can go to our thing at patreon.com/Modesto. And I just posted a bit from our newest sponsor, Colonial Pen. But I posted it and put stuff out on the internet going, hey, there's a new comedy bit for our Patreon people to hear before anybody else. And then literally today, I sat down at the computer and I was like, oh, I can put that stuff in the garbage now because I'm not using it anymore. And I was like, wait a minute. I didn't use it. So I had the sound effect thing I was going to do for the bit, and I realized I forgot to do it. So I redid the bit with the sound effects, and that's not the one on Patreon. So the bit you'll hear at the end of this show will be the new and improved
Wow.
Colonial Pen. So sorry, I didn't mean to dish y'all Patreon folks. I just had an elderly moment and forgot
It
to
happens.
use it. Yeah. And I had to make sure I used it because, damn it, it took me a while to get that shit. So
Yeah, I mean, you had a birthday recently, so
Yeah.
just getting older and older.
can't stop it.
Oh, I don't think we've talked to anybody. We haven't talked since we were at the at Pride. We haven't had the
We
show
haven't?
since- No, we didn't even
I don't
talk about
remember.
that. No, we didn't talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So last weekend was.
So last weekend was the Rochester Pride Parade and Festival, and well, because last week on Friday, Dave told me that he didn't have anybody to help him set up, and he had a canopy he'd never set up before. And like, dude, you need help? I'll help you. So,
Yeah.
and I was happy to help. We had such a good time, and
And even we had help. And even we had
yeah,
help.
we needed help. Thank God we had some nice people behind us who were there to, here, let me help you. We've done this a lot of times. We got you. So, yeah, I don't know if you read the headlines, the local headlines, but it was the most attended Pride Parade and Festival that they are aware of, I guess. It
was
broke
pretty
numbers.
I had a few people
It broke
say-
numbers.
It had a few people say, I didn't see you there. I was like, bro, I don't know. I was there for 8 hours.
Like,
don't
I
know.
was there all fucking day. Yeah.
Unless they came by, the guy was there tabling for the Green Party.
Unless
Unless
you, one of the
yeah, it
few
was the
times when you
bathroom
got
or
out
went to get
go the
water
bathroom
or-
whatever.
yeah.
because it was fucking hot. Yeah, it was great. It was same thing, you see a lot of people you haven't seen in a while.
Yeah,
People are just really cool. I really was just sitting with you at the Green Party. I was really happy to see how many young people who weren't even old enough to vote yet, technically, but they still were coming in to ask questions.
Oh, yeah.
And that actually probably made me the happiest, because it made me, obviously you and I both like kids, and so I was just like, oh man, the kids are getting it. Those kids were getting it.
we added over 40 people to our email list.
That's wonderful. Oh, that was pretty successful then.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely
no
successful.
question.
That was
Totally.
definitely worth it then.
Got rid of I gotta tell you something. I got a chance to get rid of like 4 or 5 lawn signs, and then got addresses for a couple more after, which was really cool because
Nice.
it was my idea to get these Save the Planet, Stop the war signs because or lawn signs, because unfortunately they'll be good for quite a while. yeah, just I was worried I wasn't going to. I still have at least 10 or so to get rid of, which is, running out of places. So if you're in Rochester and you need, or the Monroe County area, and need a lawn sign, just let me know. But the one woman we talked to that lives around here that wanted a sign, I did drop off.
The sign, said sign.
Yeah. It was an interesting place for a lawn sign. I'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
I won't say sketchy isn't the word, but I don't know who's going to see this sign.
Oh, she did kind of tell me that. Oh, I shouldn't say she. Anyway, this person did tell. Right, whatever.
Yeah.
I assume she. I don't really know.
But I put it in there. I left it.
Right. No, but they did tell. Well, first of all, this person is disabled. So there's a possibility that they can. I just know that their lawn needs help, is what I was told.
Well, yeah, but there was also it was
Anyway,
amongst other things.
that house is one of the oldest houses. That house is the oldest house in that neighborhood. And
Okay.
we were talking about the age of the houses. Their house was built in 1917. Mine was built in 1935.
And this house that houses Dickoff Studio was built in 1925.
Oh, cool.
And so next year will be the 100-year birthday of this house/studio.
Can we have a party?
We are having a party.
Oh my God, I am so excited about a party.
It's going to be a house birthday party, and I'm not going to lie because I can't help myself. It's also going to be, I'm going to meld the campaign into it.
I think that's really a fun idea. I love it. I'll help plan it.
Well, we need to do that. We can even, that could be some of the show. Because you said you would help with events.
I did, because it's like one of the things I'm good at.
Right. So we could talk
let's
about
talk about
ideas.
that one.
All right. Well,
Yeah,
let's see if I got anything
definitely-
else. I did the new bit. I did the baby shower. Do we want to talk about the book first?
I do. Well, there's a couple things I want to talk about.
Okay.
Let me talk about the book again. I talked about it again. I talked about it last week.
And there is a link to check out the book on, I don't remember if it was Powell's or World Books. I can't remember which one.
But
it's
if
there's
you
a
go to
link.
our link, it tells you where you can purchase this said book. I'm listening to it on an audiobook because I have ADHD.
What's the book called?
The book is called ADHD for Smart Ass Women. And I have 2 hours and 22 minutes left on the audio.
It's on Powell's. Our link takes you to Powell's books. So you
I
know
love
it's good.
Powell's. I've ordered from Powell's many times. I totally dig them. So yeah, if you can order it there, you should. through our link.
The link is in the show for Pine Fresh Taint.
So go there.
Ask for it by name.
Ask for it by name. So, anywho, so I am further listening to this book, and I'm, like I said, I got 2 hours and 22 minutes left on it, and I'm not going to really get into like my super personal life because one, I just don't fucking want to, and two, I don't really think anybody really needs to hear all the gory details of people's lives necessarily. Anywho, and then like really, I just don't want to. So anyway,
Is it about your bowel movements?
No, my bowel movements are usually pretty good, actually.
All right.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, I
really
didn't. I was just,
yeah.
Okay.
I am blessed with not having that problem. I know. Lots of people do, so I am blessed with not having that issue. Anywho, so no, my bowel movements are fine. Thank you for asking, though. We care. We care about these things. We care about each other's health, so we care.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I've had some trauma, some trauma, some young person trauma in my life, and the interesting thing that I learned on that with the correlation with ADHD is it's just interesting that 40% of the women that were polled, I guess, with this particular poll that the author did, 40% of the women that were polled who had ADHD, 40% of them have had some sort of past sexual abuse or trauma or assault, or 40%.
Okay, whoa, I'm sorry. I might have missed the beginning of that. Say that again.
So in this group of ADHD women,
Yeah.
so these are women who
okay.
have
I got it. All right. So all right, that's what I thought I heard.
Right,
All right.
yeah.
So
Of that group, 40% of them, which I still think is a lot. 40% to me still is a lot.
well, I don't know. What's the for all women? What's the percentage?
Oh, I don't know. I was just saying this is just the one thing that I.
Well,
thought
I was just wondering what stands out to me when you say that. Is that a larger percent than the overall population?
Oh, I'm
Because
not
that's because it doesn't necessarily mean correlation, but it does make me think: is there a connection between having ADHD? And that's fat. That's kind of fascinating,
Right. That was I think that was the point of it. And I apologize. I probably should have written down maybe exactly what she said on it. But if somebody wanted to read the book, all of her notes are very clearly in
which
there.
you can get at Stuart.
Which you can get there, Stuart. But since I'm listening to it on audio, I can go through it, and I still have it comes with a PDF, so I can actually go back and find out the exact notes for everything. Where information was received. Anywho, so anyway, so apparently, so it's that, and then there's another percentage of that were also abused as children or had some sort of childhood abuse or trauma.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got both. And I'm not saying that I don't think that it causes ADHD, but what I do think that it might do, because some of the things, some of the symptoms of ADHD, sometimes those are very similar symptoms to people who also have depression or anxiety or have dealt with trauma and abuse, trauma. So some of those are kind of similar. So, I mean, there's no question. I mean, I pretend all the time like I don't have a problem, but I fucking know I do. I mean, like we've talked about before. I'm like, yeah, I know I have ADHD. I know I should take my pills every day. Do I do it? Do I forget? Do I sometimes go, I'm fine. Yeah, I do, but I'm an idiot. I know I shouldn't do that. Anywho. I know exactly. I know.
I didn't say anything.
I know you and Dan have that same look. Like I know. Sometimes you're a bit much, Melissa. Just
no, I was kind of.
It's funny. It's
sort
of funny.
I don't know why, but I was kind of doing the Bill Cosby pudding pop.
That was the Bill Cosby pudding pop look.
Which I don't know why that came into my head, because I don't want to blast out Bill Cosby because he's fucking Bill Cosby.
That face was hilarious.
I know. That's what I tried to do. That's okay.
It was still a funny face. Right. So I just think that when you have one and you have the other, it just exacerbates the situation. And I think
I could totally see that.
And I think in my case, and I can't speak for every woman who has ADHD, every woman who doesn't have ADHD, but actually they just have traumas. I don't know, whatever. I can't vouch for anybody else but myself. All I can say is that listening to this book even further and learning more, not just about learning that I'm kind of right, that I kind of knew, like I knew something was up. I knew that something was wrong. I knew something didn't feel right. Like all these like little gut feelings. And then I get to hear somebody say, oh yeah, it's this. Oh yeah, it's this and this. Oh yeah, this happens to other people. Like the fact that I believe that most, and you and I both, I think, have a little bit of this, and I forget there's a whole thing for it. BPD, I think, where you basically think everybody hates you. That's like a specific thing, and that's like a common thing for people with anxiety, but it's also a common thing for people with ADHD. So it's like I have it double.
Mine's a little different and specific.
Oh, okay.
Mine's not where I think everybody hates me. It's where I think that
Right, I know. We don't have to talk about it. I know you and I don't have to even say it. It's cool. Anyway, but I've talked about it before. Everybody really does. No, I mean, I know like that's a stupid thing to believe because of course, that's not right. But you still.
Well, if nobody likes you wouldn't be sitting here.
Right.
Bitch.
I mean, I know, right? Exactly. I'm like, it's so silly. Of course I know this, but I can't help it. There's that little bit in me that just is like,
okay, same thing.
You're a
Same thing
You're
with
an imposter.
Same thing with my issue.
Right.
I know logically it can't be true, but you can't convince me
Can't
otherwise.
convince it, right?
Right.
It's just this weird like thing. But apparently, there are ways to work on this, and I'm like, what? So I'm learning some things in this book, also ways to help me, and I'm also learning. And I know I talked about this last time, but I'm gonna even get it further. I really need to find a therapist who also specializes with ADHD. I think if I had somebody to talk to about it, it could be life-changing for me.
Sure. Could be.
Yeah. One of the people that she talks about in her book was 59 when she finally got her diagnosis. And was like, I can't believe I lived my whole life this way and just didn't know. Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Well,
it's
it's like 80-year-old people going back for their college degree. You know, you can do
Sure,
anything.
why not?
no matter
You
what
can.
Well, why not? You can get diagnosed whenever.
Dude, yeah, I mean,
It's better than not getting diagnosed.
right.
Right.
And it's like I've already kind of been diagnosed, but I haven't really had I haven't had a therapist to really help me.
So you've been
work
diagnosed.
through
You
it.
just have, but you just haven't. Yeah, like you just said, you haven't.
I
worked
haven't had a
through it.
therapist
Right.
to help me work through it. And I'll pat myself on the back. I will. I'll give myself a pat on the back. I've been pretty good my whole life at trying to work through it. And as I've gotten older, I have learned. I've learned through mistakes, and I've learned through, what works and what doesn't work. So some things I really am working on, but there's some things I really, really struggle with. And so one of them I realized very recently was that I was constantly told that, that I couldn't pay attention, and that I wasn't, well, Melissa's good, but she can't do this. She can't do, she's like, I was, and it was always the same bullshit. Like my listening.
Like someone said
comprehension-
that?
Oh yeah.
Who?
Oh yeah.
Who?
Teachers.
Oh, well,
Fucking teachers, man.
yeah, fucking teachers.
And then I hate to
Trust
say
me,
it,
I am
and
one.
I love
Fucking
and I love my
teachers.
mom, and I do love my mother, but but she was listening to the teachers because they're the ones who are supposed to fucking know things. So, I was constantly told like, "Well, you're not trying hard enough," and I'm like, "I am trying."
Okay,
But
I could
people didn't know I was
say something,
trying.
but I don't want to get fired again.
No, I know. It's just like, and it didn't really occur to me, and it was like that was a traumatic thing as well. I mean, it's not the same as some things that are traumatic, like like people who have to deal with like sad like incest and shit like that. But this was a
Yeah, but-
traumatic thing for me.
okay.
To be told that I wasn't good enough, even though I was trying really hard.
Call it. I'm not gonna. It's not a meme because this saying has been around forever. But it's like people don't remember what you said or did to them. They remember how you made them feel.
Yeah.
So even if you don't remember the exact things, you remember how people made you feel.
Yeah, they made me feel like I just wasn't good enough, and it really hurt my feelings because
Right.
I thought I was smart. I knew I was smart. Like I knew I was smart. Nobody had to fucking tell me I was smart. I already knew it. Just in my core of my being, I knew that. It was like they saw, well, you're good at these other things, but these things you're so bad at. And it was just like, I felt like there was so much pressure like on these things. Like my listening comprehension fucking sucks. It still sucks. It's still, that's why I have to take notes when I'm in a meeting, because I will 100%. I try so hard.
I do that too.
I
though.
try so hard, Dave. I try so hard. I try so hard to listen, and people don't get it. It's like it almost, I put so much energy in trying so hard that it almost is what's probably makes me not be able to do it. It is so difficult. And people think I'm just being lazy. Oh, you're not listening. I'm like, I want to listen. I want to do it. I can't do it.
Even like ideas that come to me, if I don't write it down, it's just you might as well forget it.
Oh yeah, it's gone.
Yeah.
It's gone. That's gone. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm that way too.
Right. Well, some same
That's it.
thing.
Yeah. Like it just made me so upset to think like I really tried. I still really try hard, and guess what? It's not any easier. It hasn't gotten any easier. The only difference is
How would it?
I'm older and wiser, and I have some more tools. Like I have to take notes. If I'm going to pay attention, I have to take notes. I have to write it. I have to write them because then I'm actually, because I'll listen.
Oh, you mean as opposed to like typing
or whatever. No,
laptop
it has to
something.
be. I have to be writing with a pen.
Oh yeah, well, I don't. I mean, I could probably do it typing too, but it's not the same for
I
me.
can't. Yeah, I need. It needs to be. So I'm also not the best typist, so that's partially it. Like I can type, but I'm not great at it. So by writing it, I can write and not look at the paper and just kind of write notes while I'm paying attention to meetings and stuff. Because even if I don't really need the notes, I still will do it just because it's the only way.
Yeah,
to
it's a
make
way that
sure.
yes, sure.
And guess what? It's still not 100% because my brain still just is like something happens over there. Something is on the
Oh.
screen that makes me think of something else, and then my brain's somewhere else.
Well, but you look at my
immediately.
notes; it's notes on whatever the meeting was, but there's always other shit in the right margin. Oh, I thought of that. I'll just write it up here. Oh, I thought of that. I'll make a line here, and I'll put
And then
everything
I'll
on
put
this
that
side
over
of the
there.
line.
That's smart.
Oh, there's always other shit that's not
Yeah.
from the meeting
Yeah.
in my notes.
So yeah, it just so listening to this is like it's kind of it's making me realize that I actually was treated unfairly as a kid. I was. They didn't know. They didn't understand. I understand it. Girls with ADHD generally show it differently. First of all, we mask. I'm fucking awesome at masking. I can mask like a fucking
Like
Queen.
a masker.
I am a masker of masks. Yeah, I mask really well.
It's a verb now.
It is. It is a verb. So yeah, like it's. I mean, that's why So girls, they don't know that we're struggling because we don't talk about it. So anyway,
Hey, that girl,
love
stop
that
doing
book.
that. Talk about it.
yeah, you know what? I had an issue the other day, and I talked about it with my husband, and it was something that not too hard to talk about, but a little hard. And once I talked about it, it's true. I felt a little better after talking about it. Like I feel a little better just talking about it. It's okay. And you're not stupid, and you're not lazy. You're not. I'm not
Unless-
stupid or lazy either.
Unless you're stupid and lazy, then
Maybe,
maybe
but
you
I'm-
don't have age.
maybe-
Not you. I
yeah.
meant the other person.
Other people. That's true.
Maybe you are stupid and lazy.
Yeah,
But that's okay too. So be stupid and not only you again.
right. It's fine.
Yeah. Because you can't say there aren't stupid and lazy people out there.
Right. That's why
Right.
we need to have what do you call it? So everybody gets the thing where everybody gets like a base money.
Income, basic.
Yeah.
A basic income. We can go
Basic
with
income.
that.
Yeah. So everybody gets a basic income.
Yeah.
So if you're maybe not the brightest human in the world, but you still get a
Food,
basic,
clothing, and shelter, and I've added healthcare. Food, clothing, shelter, and healthcare.
I think
After that, if you want a yacht or a yacht
Right.
or a little yacht to take care of the staff for your big yacht,
you gotta work for it.
whatever. Yeah, that's fine. But like actually work for it, not just exploit other people. Like
Right.
some people. Not mentioning any names.
There's like so many of them out there, really.
That's true.
I know. Like, where would
It's all
where
of
would
them,
it start
actually.
and
It's all of
end?
them.
I know. Probably pretty much anybody who owns a mega yacht exploits people to get that mega yacht.
Anybody who says they're a self-made anything needs to get hit with a sock full of nickels, man. There's no such thing. You can't be self-made anything. You,
Oh yeah, because somebody helped you.
Yes, somebody did.
Even if you're a good person, somebody still helped you.
Right.
Like Ben and Jerry's, they seem like all right guys, but they're not self-made because lots of people work for them that have helped them
They
get
did
to where
not
they are.
pack their own ice cream.
No, they did not.
Right. So that's what I'm saying.
Oh, you're right.
I bought a book.
Would you? Oh,
I don't have it yet.
Okay, what'd you
I have
buy?
many books, but I just have a new book. So or I will have a new book. So I just got for a while I'd been like getting off of listening to podcasts in the car because I have like a half-hour commute, and just again, sports radio is my white noise, and it was just getting to be real. It was getting less white noise and more annoying, and so I was like, let me
Yeah.
go back to the podcast. So just this week alone, and one of the first ones I heard was, which Upstream, by the way, you should totally check out that podcast. And they had an interview with this author, and don't ask me her name, sorry, because I didn't write it down.
Because you were in the car.
I was in the car and I didn't write it down. But I did when I did write the name of the book down, and it was a very easy name to remember. So I just went and ordered it. So I'm going to read it. It's on the way when it gets here. I ordered it off of StuartBedasco.com.
Like you can.
Like you can. And this link
Did
I
you get
went
to Powell's or?
No, I went to, hold on, because I'm going to get the name right. I went to Better World Books,
Oh, okay.
which is the other bigger book, independent book thing, and they're cool too.
We like that.
And it's called It's Not You, It's Capitalism.
Oh, I like the title.
Yeah, and just the way they talked about the format of the book and some of the things they talked about, I was like, I need to get my grubby little hands on this.
You do?
So it is on the way. And here's the funny thing. I'm actually not going to read it for a while. I'm going to, because I have so much research for my city council campaign that I have stacked up.
That you don't have time for that.
No,
right now.
I'm going to ask Carrie to read it for me. And she said she wanted to help, and we didn't quite come up with a way for. But at least in this case, I'm going to ask, can you read this book for me and just flag anything about certain things that I want to look for? And then at some point, I'm going to read it for. Well, all right, for you guys, you already think I'm a dork if you're listening to the show. I will read it for enjoyment later down the road.
But right now, you'd like to just like if somebody could read it and give you some bullet points. That would be
yeah,
helpful.
like just
I get what you're
or
saying.
tag the places
Yeah.
where
Yeah,
then I can
makes
go in
sense.
for the research I need, because the campaign website is up. I don't have a lot of new things. I have some stuff up there from the last campaign, and of course you can donate. And I'm working on a page of local resources, like for food, clothing, and shelter, actually, and stuff like that. So I haven't had time to put new stuff on the two main issues I'm going to talk about in the campaign. And again, I still have like a year and a half, so it's not like it has to be tomorrow. So
Do you have like a campaign headshot type picture?
from last time, I need a new one.
Okay.
I do. Why? You know someone?
I mean, I'm sure I do, but that wasn't the point.
Well, I mean, it could be anything. I mean, you could do it.
I'm not a.
Dude, these days, it's not going to be poster size. It just needs to be for the web. It can be on a phone.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, they don't.
That's
I'm
true. I
not-
could do it for you.
And careful how I say this. I'm not, because I don't need to have every picture I'm in be with a fucking flag. Let's put it that way. You know how a lot of politicians, everything's got a flag on it? I don't need a flag to be in every picture I'm in. So
Right.
I'm okay with not being.
I mean, if you're gonna do anything, I would do like the, Rochester flower logo or something. If you were gonna do anything,
Well, the logo of the campaign, which I've used before, there's a story behind it, but it's not that interesting for Stuart, actually incorporates, it's a mashup, it's a twist on the Rochester logo. Do I have anything? I'll show it to you later. A friend did it for a campaign from 2013, and it's just I've been using it. It's because it has kind of a twist on the Rochester logo. Cool. So, I'm a little torn. That thing that happened with the Geneva School District, which sucks. Don't send your kid to Geneva.
don't send your
live
kid there.
It still has me skittish about saying certain things on the show. I mean, so
But you don't work there anymore, so
no, but not
And you
about
don't
that.
talk
But
about
even
where
the
you work now.
campaign. So
Right,
now the
right.
campaign. Because Dave does the Erotic Arts Festival and he's running for city council and he's a deviant and
Yeah, but didn't we talk about like what? Do you hate people who are happy or in love?
Well, I
or-
understand, but yeah, but I already have things stacked against me because I'm running as a green, and still having trouble convincing my family that that's a good idea. I'm not gonna get into it now. We can talk about it later.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Agree. I agree with you. I actually do agree with you.
Well,
I
but
think you should
even
be doing
okay,
it
but look,
the way
I
you're doing it.
understand. Okay, let's put it this way. I know someone who was a green and then ran here, and I'm just talking about in this town as a Democrat,
And it
it
didn't
was a
work out.
spectacular failure.
I know. That's why
Right.
why I don't think it would work out for you either.
Right? No, I am done.
Especially because I know what person you're talking
Yeah,
about,
yeah, yeah.
and you're both known as green people.
Yes.
That's weird.
Well, that was the thing that happened at Pride. Well, you were there at the beginning when I'm sitting there and there was a person at the booth next to us and looked over at us and looked at me and went, "Hi, Alex." And I looked at her. I was like, "Hey, I'm Dave." And she was like, "Yeah, hi, Alex." I was like, "Okay."
Oh, is it who was there?
I don't know who it was. Actually, I didn't know that person.
Oh, it wasn't Annette.
No. It was somebody else.
Because Annette knows you.
No, Annette, yeah.
I think I actually met Annette through you.
Probably.
Yeah.
Our kids went to school together, like everybody's kids.
Yeah, I'm like, I like after talking with her for a little bit, and I was like, and then my friend Timothy, who you met briefly, who also is works at Poles, he knows her, of course, too. And I was like thinking about it, I'm like, wait a second, I did meet you before. And I'm like, I met you through Dave.
Probably. No, it was just some random person who was hanging out at that booth. But it was really funny because, like, apparently all of us greens look the same.
Well, both you and Alex are white with glasses.
Yeah, but I never wear my glasses unless I'm reading.
Yeah. Other than that,
I don't have a ponytail.
Yeah,
I don't have
really...
big eagle eye. I don't wear overalls.
Yeah, other than being white and wearing
the
glasses,
same build.
don't have the same build. You're taller.
It was pretty funny.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah. I just went, okay, hi. So,
Whatever. I know people say that a lot of white people look alike, so maybe to that person.
she was white too, so. All right.
That doesn't change the fact that
True.
sometimes I even agree. Like, celebrities, newer celebrities, they all look alike to me.
Oh yeah, especially the dudes.
Especially the dudes.
Yeah.
They all look alike. These all look like the same dude.
Short, skinny, big hair. They do.
And whether they have blonde hair, brown hair, whatever, it doesn't, like, they all basically have the same kind of chiseled face.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit of scruff, maybe if they have a beard, maybe or not. But it's just, they all look this. I can't tell. They all look the same to me.
Damn kids.
These damn kids
off
get
my
off our
lawn.
lawn. I know. Once I realized, I think that was one of the first things that made me realize that I truly was getting older. When I realized that, man, all these people look exactly the same to me. I'm like, oh man, you're getting old.
Well, like
because I'm sure people in their 20s know who all of these people are, and they probably, to them, they don't look all the same. But I'm like, in my 50s, I'm like, all of these dudes in their 20s and early 30s look exactly alike.
Last week, I can't remember how we got to this, and then they were asking me, what music I listen to, and I was like, nobody you guys know, because actually.
My son would, but my son likes jazz, so.
Well, not even jazz, but she's like, but it's not even just jazz. It's like, oh no, nothing I just listen to like my older stuff, and now older stuff can be like Fishbone. Mm-hmm. That's older stuff.
It is,
and they're like Adele, right? And I'm like, actually, I don't know any of her songs. I know who she is, but I don't know any of her songs. I cannot give you one fucking
song by Adele.
Adele, or what's the one? I'm just blanking on her name.
Oh, I don't know who.
Taylor Swift. Oh. Couldn't tell you one Taylor Swift song.
Oh, okay. I could do both, but I know.
And whatever. If I heard it, I wouldn't necessarily. I mean, they do all sound alike now, and every once in a while,
Adele does not sound like Taylor Swift.
But
FYI,
but
very different.
All these old geezers like me who actually understand music theory are like putting out articles like analyzing why today's music sucks. And I read it and I don't understand it because music theory just won't stay in my head. But basically I'm getting the gist of it. It's apparently they all use these chords or whatever.
Oh, yeah. I've been seeing some stuff on the interwebs lately talking about that.
It's just old geezers doing it.
It is, it's all people around our age. Mm-hmm. It's definitely like Gen X, maybe young boomer age that's doing it. It's like,
and while I could agree with it, I still know it's get off my lawn, people.
I know it totally is, but they do it. I was like, holy fuck, these are all the same fucking songs.
Yeah.
When you play it out, I'm like, they're the same fucking songs.
Right.
Holy shit.
I mean, and
we're not talking about, and like, just so our audience knows, we're not talking about people like sampling music or anything. We're talking about all of these different songs.
The chords and the
are
keys
actually the same fucking song.
Yeah. I mean, there might be some notes rearranged, but the chords and the keys and all that shit are
exactly the same.
and they also tend to be what I read. They also tend to be the type of chords and keys and stuff that are more on the depressing side. They're not like sharps.
One of them was
They're all
"Smells Like
minors.
Teen Spirit." I remember there was
Okay.
that was one of the like is talking about depressing. I guess
Yeah.
so. Yeah, I remember "Smells Like Teen Spirit." That was one of the songs they used as an example.
Yeah, so it wasn't even so much the lyrics; it was
Right.
the actual tone.
Right, and
yeah.
I fucking love Nirvana. So, but I mean, when I heard it, I was like, "Yep, those are all the same songs, including Smells Like Teen Spirit."
Yeah.
Man,
I have
we are
heard-
totally.
I don't remember who. I did hear it. I think I was driving and I was listening to the one jazz station in town, and I was like, I know this song. What? Wait a minute. What is this song? And it was a jazz version of "Smells Like Teen Spirit."
Was it?
Yeah, and I was kind of like, I don't know how to feel about this. I kind of like it because it was it was a straight ahead jazz thing, but I almost felt like it was a little sacrilegious, and it was like, is this where music is going?
I like
And
Tori Amos's version of it, and hers is all piano, like slow piano, like ballad
heard it.
song. Oh, I think it's great. It's completely different from the original.
Well, like when we had the Dolly Rots on, and we talked about that one song that with when they did the Melanie song,
Brand New Key.
Brand New Key, and it was funny when they said they didn't even know the song, that like their producer or something, hey, check this song out, maybe you should do this. They hadn't even heard it before,
That's so funny.
and and it's like one of my favorite songs. Period.
You know what's fun? I don't even know if we talked about it on the show, but I'll say it. That was one of my dad's favorite songs.
Was it?
Yeah,
the
he
original.
yeah, the original with Melanie.
I like the Dolly Rots version.
Oh no, that like the original one. That was one of my dad's favorite.
Well, the
songs.
original was like, okay, it's cute.
was
Whatever, I get.
cute.
Yeah, yeah.
It was
but
cute.
Dolly Rots is catchy. It's
Yeah.
fucking good.
Well, it's Dolly Rots.
Yeah.
They're so cool.
I don't know if they talk to us anymore.
They're cool. They're
I haven't
more
asked,
famous now.
but I
feel.
haven't asked. So
Right, but I do feel like they're more famous now than they were back then. So,
okay.
I
Well, if
feel
there's a
like-
reason to ask, I don't have a problem reaching out again.
yeah,
Okay.
just say we miss you guys.
Yeah. Well, I totally will be nice this time. I won't be as obnoxious. Well, they're married now, so I won't hit on Lewis anymore.
Yeah, and they got the childrens.
Right. Right.
They're so cute. Their kids are so cute. I know it's so cute because the boy looks just like
I'm
him,
not
and the girl just
disagreeing.
looks like her.
I'm
It's so
just
cute. They're the
saying.
cutest family.
I'm just saying.
So adorable.
All right.
There you
So should we come back around because like
what else
campaign
are we talking
events?
about?
Campaign events.
Yeah, let's talk about them.
So I have two notes, one for the show notes, and I got one for campaign. I got taking double notes here.
Look at you.
So, well, we're gonna do
That's
the
impressive
birthday
to me.
the birthday party for the house,
Which is
which I was gonna do anyway, even if I wasn't running for anything. It was gonna be because the house will be 100.
and what day? When is it?
Oh, we haven't
What is it?
decided.
Okay,
I don't
it'll
know
be
the
next year. Well, it'll be next year some
next
point.
summer.
Next summer.
Summer, yeah. I
Oh my
guess
God.
summer.
That'll be so much fun.
Yeah.
That'll be a hoot.
The
That'll be a
husband-
hoot.
Any other ideas?
I'm
What
gonna
else
give you
should
an
we do?
obnoxious gift. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to. Oh, I have a while to think about it.
You
too.
do.
Oh, I'm gonna love thinking about the obnoxious gift to give you.
Okay. Fair enough.
Like, I'll donate to your campaign, of course, but I'm gonna have to give you an obnoxious gift
That's fine.
for the houses.
I would.
For you and your lovely bride.
When we put stuff out, I would plan on saying, gifts are not expected, even if it is a birthday party. But you can make it more than welcome. I'm not gonna.
Well, I love to give gifts.
I know that's fine. I just don't want people to think they have to. That's not the.
Oh,
yeah.
right. I know. I feel that way too. Like,
Especially if it's not a person; it's about a house.
yeah.
Expecting gifts for a house's birthday, that's a little tacky.
I don't know. It is. I mean, it is tacky.
But if someone wanted to, I'm
it's-
not gonna.
But it's also funny. You know what would be funny?
I will put.
This is what I would.
You don't have to. Not expected.
No
that kind of
gifts
thing.
expected.
Yeah, or something.
Right. But you know what would be funny? If you did say you expected a gift, but you put like a caveat, like either a price or like has to be made of.
Used shit that you want to get rid of.
I don't know. Like
I could do that and then just donate it to Green Ovation.
You could.
Kim would be pissed.
Oh. Maybe we could make part of that also a Green Ovation thing. and then maybe we could get in with them with Green. I don't know. We'll chat more about it. We can talk about it. I'm just thinking we could do something maybe with Greenovation.
Either that, or I'd rather, this is as old schooly corny as this sounds, I would even ask people to bring some kind of canned good, and because we do the food stand every Sunday.
Actually, that would probably be the easier thing anyway.
Yeah.
And people always have like,
Right.
oh yeah, I just bought some beans. I'll bring them.
Yes. We're basically going to get 50 cans of green beans is what we're
No,
going to get.
I don't do that. Well, I don't do that. I specifically will go out and go, all right, let me get some good stuff.
Well, I know there's one dude around the place where we put the food stand who actually likes green beans.
I like green beans. I would get the green beans.
No, but I never would get them because nobody's gonna fucking
Nobody
want
cares
green
about
beans.
green beans.
And the dude came up while I was putting stuff in. He goes, "Got any green beans?" I was like, "Really?" He goes, "Oh yeah, I love those, man." I was like, "I don't, but I will from now."
Next
so
time.
now every time I make sure I have at least one, if not more than.
That's cute.
Now there could be other people going, "Oh, who the fuck left these green beans?" But I know someone who wants them.
I like green beans. I'll
Okay,
eat canned green beans.
You know when was the last time I had green beans? Today at the baby shower. So there. They were the good green beans, not like the little fat ones that taste like rubber.
Well,
These-
they probably
these were good.
they had
These
like
were
the
good.
they
They
had
were
like
full,
the
the
fall.
longer-
Yeah, those
yeah.
ones are delicious.
Yeah, that's what I.
Oh yeah, I put a little butter, a little salt and pepper. Yum.
All right, so we got the house birthday. What other events could we have for the campaign?
Well, I mean, we could definitely think about doing something during July for Pride Month.
Okay.
I definitely think. Actually, I really because actually I feel like so.
Talk me through that, because me not being queer, I don't want to look like I'm being cheesy. You know what I'm saying? A straight person capitalizing on pride. So I feel weird about that. So talk me through this.
But I feel like if you did it but you're on their side.
Understood.
You're on their side. You want.
But unless you know me, you're not going to know that. You might just think I'm just some fucknut.
Maybe this is one of the things when we were talking about. I think, you know what? Every campaign thing you do, you should have like part of it benefits something else. So if we do the house thing, people can bring cans of whatever to bring.
Yeah.
If you do a pride thing, part of that could go towards like a local. Think of like, oh, what is
I need to look that up, because there's a thing about. I remember reading this years ago, and I know election laws, especially in New York, change all the time, but there's something about campaigns can't contribute to charities.
Oh, okay. Cans you probably could, because it's just there's no money.
Well, I'm not giving to a charity. I'm putting it in a food stand that's sitting on a corner.
Right. Like nobody's getting.
That's not an organization.
Right, and it's not. Yeah,
Right.
you're not like. Yeah.
Now, if whatever, and I donated it to Food Link, I think I can't do that.
Can't even do that. Something like
I
that.
think,
is
which
too
I
bad.
wouldn't give to Food Link anyway. Those union busting pieces of trash. Sorry. That's right. I said it. So
We could still think about that, because there still might be ways to I get what you're saying, because
Yeah.
like people will be like, well, why is he campaigning, and just because you have close friends, and I mean, so what?
but
Everybody's
most
got
people,
fucking close friends
most
who are
people,
gay.
but that, well,
Or
maybe,
queer or
but
whatever, yeah.
even with that, I don't think most people are going to know that I do, whether I have friends. You know what I'm saying? It's good, really. It's going to look like I'm just capitalizing on it. And even if it's not true, even if I am down, you look.
I know you got your yeah.
Right. So even with that, it's just going to how it would look. I mean, it's going to be
Well,
me.
you have queer people in your family.
What am I going to? It sounds like some of my best friends are black.
Right. Yeah,
So
I know.
I do something. I mean, at Pride, we could have a table.
Definitely have a table.
Yeah,
for
no,
sure.
but I mean, like something that's just campaign
Event.
oriented. I don't know if.
Okay, so then if you thought about it in that way, okay, so Pride, so Rochester Pride is in July, so that would be your
We'll
like
definitely be in the parade.
be in the parade, and so that should be then that's probably going to be your big July thing. Other than, I mean, maybe there'll be some other things you do community wise, but
Well,
at least
also,
as far as like getting your name out there, and
well, in April we should do something for Earth Day. Because I am
Because
Green
you're
Man.
green. Because you are Green Man.
I'm Green Man. So what? The last time I ran, I think I did Earth Day bingo right around the corner at the bar.
Yep.
Doesn't have to be that, but I mean,
No.
something for Earth
Something.
Day would be good. And then just doesn't have to be connected to any situation. There's the usual thing like with Jill Stein came to town, a house party that we had at Rome's house. Anybody else who would want to do a house party, that would be something. Who would want to do that? Anything creative.
Actually, I just thought of something.
Yeah.
And this is along the lines of also of Earth Day because it's all about recycling.
Okay.
So
If you say e-waste recycling, I'm going to never talk to you again.
No. This has nothing to do with any of that. This is actually all me. So I recently have procured a lot of beads that would be otherwise thrown away.
Okay.
I have been thinking about getting people together to make their own bracelets. What if we had some sort of event, and I don't know where it would be, but
I'm not worried about the wear.
Right. People pay like, $20 to make some, hang out and make bracelets, and all that money would go to you because I don't need any. I wouldn't need any money because it was all free, and it's all stuff that got donated.
Okay.
I don't know how I can work it in,
my
but-
silence is me. I'm taking that idea. So then,
Right, yeah. I don't know how to work that in, but I just know that it might be something that people might be interested in.
I've gotten away from because we used to do this all the time back in the day of having musicians do stuff. The last time I did, we actually split the money because it's like asking musicians to do shit for free. I'm starting to understand that's kind of
Yeah, but this wouldn't.
No, but I'm
this would
saying
cost me nothing but my
no.
time.
I hear you. I
Yeah.
understand. But what I'm saying is like because my thought was okay, so we should have someone doing music or something. But then I'm like, okay, well, I'm back to I don't want to ask musicians to do stuff for free unless there was someone who wanted to do it as like a quote
Gift to you.
donation, and that actually would be called an in-kind contribution. We would have to put that down on paper or on the thing. But yeah, I would just turn it into an event that's not just sitting around a table.
Right, like maybe so that maybe there could be a few things going on, but that could be one of the events. Is that $20? All money goes to the campaign.
Yeah.
And you can sit here and make a bracelet with any of these materials you want.
We could do something around that. And I got to go back and refresh myself on the election laws in terms of contributions and things like that because they're always changing. And I didn't have to look at it for like the last 4 or 5 years. So I have to go back and refresh what's changed and what the things are. They never change for the better.
I already thought of a venue if we could talk to them about it.
Yeah. Who?
What do you call it? Up the Three Heads.
Yes.
Maybe.
I would love it.
Maybe only because they are very green. They're also they're very left leaning people.
They are. They've been
Maybe
weird.
at least Jeff is.
They've been weird about doing political stuff in the past, but then I've seen a couple other people do shit there who have run for office. So I'm like, maybe that's that blue no
Well,
matter
even
who.
having like that one cannabis event there that we went to quite a while ago, which for people who are listening, that did not mean it. People were smoking it. It was just people talking about it and selling products that had it.
And it was before it was legal
here
in New York State. So it was to advocate for it to
it was
become
really
legal.
more advocating for it, and definitely met some really cool people
Yeah,
there
yeah.
and stuff.
Totally.
And so yeah, I was thinking more like I know that they're because they have similar views as the Green Party, I feel.
Yeah, and well, we do have a friend who has more of an in there than you and I do. We do, and we could see if they could maybe grease that a little bit. So yeah, absolutely. No, that's an awesome idea. I would love to do something at Three Heads, whose beer we've had.
Right.
So,
I mean,
yeah.
I just feel like I feel like it'll be all win-win, right?
It should be, but
could be a win-win.
People get weird when you
know.
start bringing up
I know.
politics and campaigns. They get a little weird. So yeah, no, but we're in the brainstorming mode. There's no such thing as a bad idea.
Right. I always feel that way when you're brainstorming. Like even if it's not exactly that, the brainstorm that's how it is. It like, well, maybe not exactly that, but then that gets you to like the next thing.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Excuse me.
So yeah, I will not do another electronics recycling.
Oh, no.
Oh my god, it was such a good idea. It was done so badly, and it was just so
I know.
hard. I still have dreams
Your
about
heart
it.
was there. Your heart was in the right place. But
Well, I mean, all the 50-year-old TVs should be gone by now, thanks to me. There shouldn't be any more. So thanks to me. Lord knows where they are now, but probably on a boat to China.
well, you know what? Nowadays, people like to take apart those old TVs and reuse them and make cool art projects with them.
Okay, the people you know, the people I know show up at my event and dump it
Right,
in
dump it to-
Green Ovations parking lot.
And they still like you.
They do. I'm on their board now.
I know. It's
They let me on their
amazing.
board.
I know.
Idiots. They're not idiots. I'm just
No,
kidding.
no,
Actually,
they're wonderful humans.
I was there today.
Were you?
Yes, I was.
Oh, nice.
I'm there most Saturdays for a little while.
Stopping in, checking it out.
Stopping
hi.
in, so I still keep messing. So I did we talk about this? I stole an idea from a local record place because we've done this on the show. We've opened up the Record Archives grab bags of the albums of vinyl. Well, we're doing grab bags of CDs, and I put little prizes like Cracker Jacks in each one. Maybe a postcard or a sticker or something like that.
It's cute.
So for 5 CDs, it's $3.
You know what you're gonna get, but
You don't know what you're
well,
gonna
does
get.
it say on the outside even like a general genre? Because I've seen
No.
I've seen books,
Nope.
people who do that with books, but they put on the outside like nonfiction biography.
Nope.
Or
It's mixed.
oh,
I
okay.
mixed them on purpose. I wanted to be like the when we had did the albums here on the show. They were all different kinds. So yeah. So I tried of the 5, I tried to make at least 1 or 2. If you have any interest in music, maybe someone you've heard of, right? And then the other ones are like, who
I
the
don't even-
fuck is this? I've no yeah. So Kim said it was a great idea. I just dropped them off today, and whenever she's ready to start doing them, we're just gonna do grab bags.
Well, if y'all do it on a day that I have off, I'll help out.
Well, I think they're just gonna be there.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
Oh,
It's not like a special event. There's so many CDs there that I could probably do this forever. Pretty close. So trust me, I've gone through all. of them.
Rochester people, seriously, y'all need to go to Green Ovation.
Yeah.
You really need to. It is a treasure trove.
It is now open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday
Yeah, I'm
from
excited
10
about
to
that.
2.
Yeah,
The
I'm
hours are
excited
still a
about it.
little. I still can't. The only time I can go is on Saturdays.
And the
'cause
only
I'm-
time I could go is on Friday.
Right.
But I'm excited about it.
Yeah. No,
I'm,
it's really
I'm
fun.
excited eventually I can get over there.
So they let me go on the board. So I haven't done too much yet. I haven't. My role is going to be, ironically, events, but they haven't been officially open, so I haven't been able to do anything. So
Gotcha.
soon, it's coming
Soon.
soon. The person who cannot fix things will be setting up events for people to come and fix things. So I think that's pretty ironic. But hey,
Hey,
I'm just the organizer. Do as
Yeah.
I say, not as I do.
and I can help out
Yeah.
because I love them too.
So now that they're open 3 days, then I have to meet with Kim and say, okay, how do you want to do this? Because she's there every day, not me.
I know.
Yeah, I can't go making those kind of decisions. All right, so not sure if we have a show next week. Maybe not.
I will be in Baltimore.
Right,
I'm
and-
going to a wedding. I'm really excited about it.
And nobody wants to hear me talking the whole time. So if somebody who knows? There's even a possibility my lovely and talented bride might want to come on.
I mean, you
she
never
could
know.
be Joy Philbin and sit
Yeah.
in.
Yeah, she can do that.
But who knows? Or maybe we'll just take. Yeah, maybe she'll take a week. Maybe we'll take a week off.
Yeah.
Either way, you got StuartBordasco.com. This show, all of our old shows, a lot of our old shows are on
Bunch of
there.
old shows.
Bunch of old shows. As well as Stuart Bordasco Radio. It's 24/7. There's links to all sorts of nutty stuff. There's, if you got money to spend, cool stuff you can buy, including books and other stuff like that. And there's even stuff for the sexy. So you
Yeah.
can totally, if you're into the
All the
sexy,
things.
all the things. Things you didn't know existed. Yeah.
That's fun.
There's still one sexy store I really want to be an affiliate of, but they don't really do that. I would love to do that.
Which
But
one?
this- I'll tell you about it.
Tell me later.
I'll
Okay.
tell you. So we'll figure it out. We'll be back, and there's lots of things coming your way, and at some point Carrie will be back on, and at some point Special K will be back on, and I'm sure we'll get Peter on again, and
I
who
keep
knows?
working on getting my husband back on too.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and
Maybe my kid.
I'll see Eric next weekend. Maybe we'll get him back
He's
on.
so amazing.
Yeah.
I'd be so happy to see him.
And so thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.
If you listen to us on the iTunes or an Apple, feel free to give us a review and a whole bunch of stars and all that kind of jazz. And
Only
we're-
give us 5. If you're gonna.
Oh,
go
yeah,
there
yeah,
and be
no,
a
that's
dick,
what I meant.
Just
Sorry.
keep it yourself, please.
Yeah, right. Just keep it to yourself.
Thank
Yeah, keep it
you.
yourself. Nobody needs that.
Nobody needs
negativity in their
Yeah,
lives.
yeah.
And also we're on the YouTube. I post all the shows on YouTube now, so you can go and subscribe and like us, and you can get our show that way too. So there. How about that? How
Yeah.
about those apples. All right. Peace out.
Bye. That was a lovely funeral.
Oh, yes, it was. It was sad to see Uncle Joe go, but if you gotta go, it's good to be buried in such a beautiful coffin.
I know I can't afford something that fancy when I die.
Don't you have life insurance?
Oh, I could never afford anything so extravagant.
You need to call Colonial Penn right now. They have affordable rates that anyone can afford. You know Tom has a policy through Colonial Penn.
Our brother Tom? But he's homeless and wanders the streets yelling at crows all day.
That's right. Tom, the homeless guy, has life insurance through Colonial Penn. He took advantage of our unhoused policy. We take almost anything for a low monthly premium. Spare change, twigs, bits of string, the occasional dead animal. So yeah, Tom walks around town yelling at crows and telling people he used to be mayor, but when he dies, he'll have the finest particle board box that Colonial Penn can find. But you won't get coverage if you don't make the call.
Wow, I can't afford bits of string. I need to call Colonial Penn before these damn crows get me. What's the number?
1-800-BAD-CROW. That's 1-800-223-2769.
It's either you or the crows. Call now.